Okay, so I get a text last week from my old college roommate. Good dude. Finished his degree, 4 years, did it right. And the text says, "Bro, how are you already talking about buying a house?" And I didn't really know how to answer it because the honest answer is kind of a lot. Same age, same town, we started at the same starting line 4 years ago. He went one way, I went the other. And somehow I'm the one looking at houses. So I figured I'd just explain it. The whole money thing. Because nobody explained it to me, and I think if somebody had, a lot of people I know would have made different choices. I'm Connor Walsh, this is Hotwired, and today we're talking about money. The real kind. Quick thing first. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy with a tool belt. This isn't advice, it's just my story with the numbers left in. Cool? Cool. So here's the headline, and I want it to really sink in because it's the part that got me. In a trades apprenticeship, mine's electrical, IBEW, you get paid from day one. Day one. Not after you graduate, not once you're certified. The very first day you show up as a first-year apprentice who doesn't know anything, you're on the clock, getting a paycheck. And here's how it climbs. Your pay is set as a percentage of what a full journeyman makes. First year, you're at the bottom of that ladder. Makes sense, you're useless. I was useless. But every so often, as you put in hours and pass your classes, you bump up a step. Bigger percentage. Bigger check. You can watch it climb, year over year, all the way up until you test out as a journeyman, and you're at the top of scale. So the raises aren't a maybe. They're not, "We'll see how the year goes, ask your boss." They're built into the deal. You hit the hours, you pass the class, you go up. Written down. Guaranteed. Now here's the part that actually made me a little mad when I figured it out. The classroom part of my apprenticeship, the schooling, the book learning, the code, that's part of the program. My tuition is basically nothing. So let's line it up. My roommate, 4 years, paying to be there, comes out the other side with a degree and a pile of debt. Me, 4 years, getting paid to be there, come out the other side with a journeyman card and no debt at all. Same 4 years, he paid to learn, I got paid to learn, and I'm not saying that to dunk on him. His path was right for him. I'm saying it because I did not know this was an option, and it should have been the first thing somebody told me. Okay, so let's talk about what actually ends up in the bank. Because good pay is vague, and I promised you the real thing. Here's the situation on a big build-out job. The pay is strong to begin with, solid journeyman scale, and even as an apprentice, a good percentage of that. But the thing that changes the whole picture is the hours. These hyperscale jobs run long. There's overtime, and on a big push there's a lot of overtime. And overtime pays time and a half, sometimes double. And I'm going to be honest about the trade-off because I don't want to sell you a fantasy. Those hours are real hours. You're tired. You're away from home. We'll do whole episodes on the hard parts. But if you're young and you're hungry and you want to stack money fast, there is not a better setup than a young single apprentice on a build-out with overtime available. I'm out on the road, my expenses are low, and a big chunk of every check just goes into the bank. That's the house my roommate is texting me about. And then there's the part I really wasn't ready for. The retirement. I'm 26. At 26, I did not care about retirement. Retirement was a word for old people. But here's the deal with a lot of these union trades. On top of your wage, you've got a pension and usually an annuity. Retirement money that gets contributed on your behalf on top of your paycheck the whole time you work. You're building a retirement from your very first year without even trying. It just happens in the background while you work. And I'll be straight with you. I did the math on where that's going to be by the time I'm my uncle's age, and I had to put the phone down for a second. A 26-year-old should not have retirement numbers that make him put the phone down. But I do. And nobody told me that was on the table either. So here's what I texted my roommate back. Or, this is the longer version I wish I'd texted. 4 years ago, we were at the same starting line. I got paid to learn instead of paying to learn. My raises were guaranteed and written down. I came out with zero debt and a card that works in 50 states. I'm banking a big piece of every check because the build-out has the hours. And there's a retirement building in the background that I didn't even ask for. That's not a secret. It's not a trick. It's just a door nobody points at. And I keep saying that, I know, but it's the whole reason I do this show. If you're sitting somewhere right now watching a debt number climb and wondering what it's all for, there's another door. Go knock on your local apprenticeship, electrical, whatever. Just go ask. Worst case, they say come back next cycle. I'm Connor Walsh. This is Hotwired. And I still can't believe I get paid for this, which today is kind of literally the point. Next time, bending pipe, why a perfect conduit run makes grown men stop and stare, and why it's the closest thing I've got to art. Hotwired is powered by Namchi Base. So real quick, since we're talking money, part of why I bank so much on the road is I'm not blowing it on $140 motel and gas station food every night. When the job puts you up at a Namchi Base, that math gets even better. Rooms covered, food's covered, it's 12 minutes from the gate, so you're not burning a tank of gas a week. More money in the bank, better sleep, actual breakfast. Take the Namche Base every time. NamcheBase.com. Go look.